Gentlemen, welcome to the graduation ceremony for graduates of the Faculties of Commerce and Management, International Business and Politics, Law, and the Graduate School of Management. In a few minutes, the graduation ceremony will commence. The procession of dais and staff parties will enter. I will signal to you when you are to rise and remain standing until all members of the stage party are seated. May I take this opportunity to request that you turn off all mobile phones and pages now? And may I also remind you that flash photography is prohibited in this auditorium. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chancellor, Ms. Leneen Ford, will now address us.
Mr. William Dunn, the Consul General of Thailand, Professor Roy Webb, Vice Chancellor, members of the Griffith University Council, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduands, ladies and gentlemen. It is the custom for Griffith University and its guests to gather and celebrate the conferral of academic awards on its graduates. So on behalf of the Council of the University, I'm pleased to extend a very warm welcome to everyone present for this graduation ceremony. This occasion holds special significance for our graduates, and this afternoon, in the presence of family, friends, and the entire university community, your dedication and hard work are recognized and rewarded. I'd like to extend a very special welcome to Mr. William Dunn, the Consul General of Thailand. He will be receiving the university's honorary degree, Doctor of the University, and will deliver this afternoon's occasional address. Today's ceremony holds special significance for Griffith University and our Vice Chancellor, Professor Roy Webb, who retires at the end of this year. The modern Griffith University owes much to Professor Webb, whose foresight and leadership has guided it through a period of great change for the Australian higher education sector and for the university. When Professor Webb was appointed Vice Chancellor back in 1985, Griffith was one of the smallest public universities in Australia. Today, it is one of the largest multi-campus universities in Australia, formed by an integrated network of 6 campuses stretching from South Bank on the Brisbane River to here on the Gold Coast. From these campuses, Griffith serves the higher education needs of its students and its related communities in the Brisbane Gold Coast region, as well as nationally and internationally. Griffith's fastest growing campus is here at the Gold Coast, and it is one of the most modern in Australia. Since 1990, Griffith University has invested more than $110 million in the development of teaching and research facilities here at our Gold Coast campus. Nearly 8,000 students, including 1,200 fee-paying international students, are enrolled in one of the 51 undergraduate or 46 postgraduate degree programs on offer. It is host to leading research bodies, including the National Heart Foundation Research Center, the Genomics Research Center, and the newly established Center for Biomolecular Science and Drug Discovery. Griffith University is a strong supporter of Queensland Government's Smart State and the Gold Coast City Council's Innovation City initiatives. The university and the Gold Coast City Council have jointly funded a feasibility study into the proposed development of a technology park at the Gold Coast campus. We are confident that such a park, with its facilities for research and development and high technology business incubation, would provide a significant and continuing impetus for the development of knowledge-based industries in this region. Griffith is concerned that residents of this region do not enjoy the same level of access to higher education as other parts of Australia. The university has pursued the opportunities presented by new Commonwealth programs for higher education and has received the second highest allocation nationally of additional student places. However, the 85 places earmarked for the Gold Coast falls well short of the 3,000 still needed to bring the number of publicly funded student places allocated to this region up to the national average. Griffith is therefore, with the strong support of prominent local business and community leaders, continuing to lobby the Commonwealth Government to redress this shortfall. Education not only brings important social benefits, but also a particular responsibility to work for a better world, to be sensitive and active on issues of social justice, and to be competent, ethical, and hard-working professionals. As recent acts of terrorism have served to highlight, there are divisions and inequalities in our world which feed the politics of hate and affect us all. I'm sure that our students graduating today from the Faculties of Commerce and Management, International Business and Politics, Law, and from the Graduate School of Management will make valuable contributions professionally and as responsible citizens to the achievement of a peaceful, prosperous, and just world. To our graduating students, may I say that now your studies are completed, you are joining an elite group. Only a small percentage of the Australian population possesses tertiary qualifications. So as members of this group, you can expect to enjoy better employment prospects, higher salary levels than people who have less education. But if I was asked what I would wish for the graduates, I would preface my comments by commending you on the achievements which already signify your personal determination, your energy, and the ability to make differences in your own lives. However, it takes more than determination to succeed. The building blocks provided by this university and the support of your families and friends should never be underestimated. What I wish for you individually throughout your life is good health, good friends, the support and comfort of a special person who loves you, and the courage to live up to your ideals and to stand up for your beliefs. In addressing the young graduates in particular, in the years ahead you will change, and time, your career, and the people in your lives will affect this change. How you react will depend on your attitude. You will grow and learn and hear of things that are not always found in books or online. You will discover diverse aspects of the human condition, and I hope that added to the wonderful knowledge you already possess, they will nurture tolerance and understanding. My final hope for all graduates is that your years of preparation to reach this point will be the impetus for much more work and study that will reward you with many years of happiness and fulfillment. I hope you will always give back to the world in keeping with your education and opportunities. So as we continue this afternoon's proceedings, I would again express warm congratulations to each of you and extend to you our best wishes for your lives ahead, and if you want it, a brilliant career. I would now call on the deans who will present the graduates from their respective faculties who are to receive their awards at this ceremony.
Chancellor, Professor Alan Hodgson, Dean of the Faculty of Commerce and Management.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Commerce and Management who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Garth Astle. Susie Hall. Gail Strongman. Bachelor of Business, Leanne Avery. Katrina Bailey. Tracy Burgess. Mimi Cho. Danielle Clark. Kylie Delaney. Oswin Fanya. Matthew Phoebe. Alison Ferry. Michelle Fung. Lisa Funnell. Martin Goldstein. Karen Gottlieb. Joel Gusiello. Kylie Halling. Nam Yeon Hyo. Kylie Hine. Caroline Hodge. Chin Lang Huang. Jared Humes. Roger Hunt. Tracy Jansen. Debbie King. Hyarun Lee. Marcus Lee. Bianca Locola. Romy May. Fiona McBain. Keelan McRory. Amber McLeod. Nicole Meredith. Michael Milekis. Eva Milik. Luke Nichols. Alana Radojicic. Megan Ray. Simon Russ. Jason Schulmalkush. Ellie Saunds. Amanda Sutherland. Grace Tam. Judy Taubner Ragg. Esther Usurp. Barbara Walmsley. Camilla Webb. Tim Welchman. Tracy Whale, Marco Zabic, Bachelor of Business with First Class Honours, Karen Gatt. Bachelor of Business with Second Class Honours, Division A, Jeffrey Slatcher. Bachelor of Business in Human Resource Management and Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Lillian Green. Bachelor of Business in Retail Management, Lee Reisner. Joanne Vogel. Bachelor of Commerce, Sue Ellen Gray. Bachelor of Hotel Management, Nicole Blackmore. Adam Buckley. Chrissy Casson. Eva Chow. Alexis Hartawan. Sean Hogan. Julie Lambert. Ewan Lee. Dominic Lim Lun. Rhonda McLeod. Amit Midaha. Rowena Moll. Daphne Eng. Angie Nichols. Chelsea Powderly. Rudy Susanto. Mu Cheng Sai. Tina Young. Bachelor of Hotel Management and Bachelor of Arts in Japanese, Bronwyn Bellman. Joseph Kim. Bachelor of Hotel Management and Bachelor of Business, Justina McLean. Elizabeth Steins. Irma Tajadi. Bachelor of International Finance, Tracy Askew. Hui Wang. Bachelor of International Finance and Bachelor of Arts in Japanese, Sally Grant. Graduate Certificate in Hospitality Management, Mid Safil Alam. Graduate Diploma of Psychology, Tihilia Peck. Master of Clinical Psychology, Shilai Cosgrove. Master of Hospitality Management, Suzu Lee. Michelle Pinhati. Master of Marketing Management, Iwei Chiao. Veronica Rocky. Master of Professional Accounting, Devi Alagia. Chris Barakoff. Vic Dawan. Tonya Padi.
Yes.
Master of Tourism Management, Diane Choi. Virginia Esler. Paulette Young. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Faculty of Commerce and Management. My apologies, my new role. Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of International Business and Politics who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of International Business, Samantha Bannerman. Agnieszka Fedorczyk. Ben McGrath. Yenny Reptis. Adrian Rowney. Kerry White. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Faculty of International Business and Politics.
Chancellor, Dr. Michael Robertson, Acting Dean of the Faculty of Law.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Law who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Laws and Bachelor of Arts, Rebecca Jerd. Patricia Sherry. Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours, Division B, and Bachelor of Business, Gary Kelford. Bachelor of Laws with Second Class Honours, Division A, and Master of Business Administration, Michael Fitzgerald. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Faculty of Law.
Chancellor, Professor Greg Bamber, Director of the Graduate School of Management.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Graduate School of Management who've been granted the following awards. Gregory Barnes, Graduate Diploma of Business Administration. Tilali Malay, the MBA, Master of Business Administration. Tony Price. Ben Shepherd. Jin Shu. Sally Taylor. Michael Yoon. The MBA International, Helena Azra. Andrew Brunsman. Zhen Jia. Brendan Mojilip. Alan Renthalay. Ujval Thakkar. The MBA International with distinction, Katrina Seymour. Sarah Shamsay. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Graduate School of Management.
There will now be a musical interlude by students of the Conservatorium of Music.
Good afternoon all. My name is Mark Ham and my invisible friend playing the piano is David Spicer. Now's the time to relax. I can just feel how proud you are out there, and I won't keep you long. It's just time to relax and just listen to a couple of good old standards. The first one is My Foolish Heart. The scene is set for dreaming. Love is knocking at the door. Oh, my heart, I'm reluctant to start, 'cause we've been here before. The night is like a lonely June. Beware foolish heart. However wide the constant moon, take care, my foolish heart. There's a line between love and fascination, and it's hard to see on an evening such as this. We both give the very same sensation when you're lost in the madness of a kiss. Her lips are much too close to mine. Take care, my foolish heart. But should our eager lips combine, then let the fire start. For this time it isn't fascination nor a dream that will fade and fall apart. It's love. This time it's love, my foolish heart. Too close to mine. Take care, my foolish heart. But should our eager lips combine, then let the fire start. For this time it isn't
fascination or a dream that will fade and fall apart. Oh, it's love this time. It's love this time. It's love this time. It's love, my foolish heart.
All right, seeing that a lot of you have reached a long, long journey that you've undertaken over so many years, at times I'm sure you would have got a bit down. So I thought we'd do the blues. And the great thing about the blues is no matter how bad it gets, there's always something good around the corner. And at the moment, perhaps that's what the world needs. It's going to get better, and we know that.
If this world is driving you to drink, sit around wondering what you should think. Well, I've got some information. I'll give it to you if you like.
Don't believe this.
I don't worry about a thing, 'cause something's gonna turn out right, yeah. Don't spend your time trying to be a go-getter. Things don't get much worse before they ever get better. I used to be trouble, and I finally saw the light. I don't worry about a thing, 'cause something's gonna turn out right, yeah. Don't spend your time trying to be a go-getter. Things don't get much worse before they ever get better. I used to be trouble, and when I finally saw the light, I don't worry about a thing, 'cause something's gonna turn out right on, yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you. Dave Spicer, Mark Ham.
Proud to honour graduates who have satisfied the rigorous criteria for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Chancellor, the following graduates have been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Commerce and Management. Dr. Fenech showed that for Australian internet users, attitudes, confidence, and certain personality traits are important determinants for engaging in non-store shopping on the World Wide Web. Chancellor, I present Dr. Tino Fenech. Dr. Gapp's thesis shows conclusively that already successful organizations will make dramatic improvements in their overall performance when cooperation, collaboration, employee participation, and intrinsic motivation are effectively deployed. Chancellor, I present Dr. Rodney Gapp. Dr. Harrison Hill examined US tourists' perceptions of long-haul travel to international destinations and considered the marketing implications for Australia in attracting these tourists to our shores rather than to perceptually close to destinations such as Italy. Chancellor, I present Dr. Tracy Harrison Hill. Dr. Lai examined sports globalization from the standpoint of cultural diffusion. She demonstrated the vital roles of local processes and cultural contact. Chancellor, I present Dr. Fong Yi Lei. Dr. Tideswell investigated how international visitors structure their Australian travel itineraries in terms of the combination of destinations visited. 9 general itinerary types were revealed, each pursued by visitors with distinctive characteristics. Chancellor, I present Dr. Carmen Tideswell. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of Doctor of Philosophy graduates.
With the authority of the Council, I shall now confer the degree of Doctor of the University, and I call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roy Webb, to read the citation.
Chancellor, the Council of the University has resolved to award the degree of Doctor of the University to Mr. William Dunn. William James John Dunn, better known as Bill, was born in South Australia in 1941. He graduated from the School of Business Administration at the University of California at Los Angeles in 1972 with a Master of Business Administration, majoring in property law, and from Griffith University in 1990 with a Bachelor of Arts majoring in politics. Bill Dunn is widely respected as a self-employed businessman whose interests span various industries, including building and allied spheres, property development and investment generally. At their peak in the 1970s, his business activities employed approximately 300 people. Since the early 1980s, Bill Dunn has taken a less managerial role in business, but still holds directorships with 10 companies. Over the last decade, Bill Dunn has worked tirelessly to promote international relations between Queensland and Thailand. He was commissioned as Honorary Consul of the Royal Thai Consulate at Brisbane on 19 August 1990, with jurisdiction for the state of Queensland, and has worked full-time in this capacity since his appointment. In 1993, he was promoted to Honorary Consul General of the upgraded Royal Thai Consulate General Brisbane by the Thai Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and was awarded the rank of Commander, Most Noble Order of Thailand in April 1998. He was appointed an Honorary Ambassador for the City of Brisbane by the Brisbane City Council in December 1996 and oversaw the development of the Memorandum of Understanding between Brisbane and the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, which was signed on 7 May 1997. His outstanding achievements as a diplomat were recognised in 1999 when he was elected as Dean of the Consular Corps of Queensland after serving as Vice Dean in 1998. More recently, Bill Dunn was appointed to a 3-year term with the Board of Management of the Australian Studies Centre at the Kasetsart University in Thailand. His association with Griffith University dates back to the 1980s when he was a student of politics in the then Faculty of Asian Studies. A special advisor to the Vice-Chancellor on Thailand activities since January 1995, and as a member of the Griffith Asia Pacific Council since 1997, He has provided expert advice and support to the Vice-Chancellor and other senior staff in developing the University's Thailand connections, as well as assisting the School of Humanities in its work in establishing the Australian Studies Centre at Kasetsart University. Bill Dunn also provided assistance to the university in developing environmental science programs in Thailand and in developing the in-country Thai studies program with Chulalongkorn University and Chiang Mai University. It is fitting that Griffith University should honour William James John Dunn in recognition of his distinguished service to the university and to the community. Chancellor, it is with the greatest pleasure that I present to you William James John Dunn for admission to the degree of Doctor of the University.
I now call upon Dr. William Dunn, Doctor of the University, to deliver the occasional address.
This is what the Vice-Chancellor says, to be carefully, you have to sing for your supper. Chancellor Helene Ford, Vice-Chancellor Professor Webb, and Mrs. Webb, they come as a pair, members of the University Council, deans and faculty staff, new graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It's with a great deal of pride and not a little humility that I stand before you this afternoon, the recipient of a very great honour from an exceptional university. All of you, young and sometimes not so young, who have graduated today deserve our congratulations. You've worked hard, you've worked diligently, often at significant costs in terms of money and other opportunities foregone to earn the credentials that you hold in your hands today. Those who've helped you along the way, particularly your parents, also deserve our congratulations as well on their job well done. They will take particular satisfaction at the thought that finally you've just about made it. They are hoping. A particular reason for congratulating you today is your very choice of a university to further your career and personal goals. I opened my address by describing Griffith as an exceptional university. I did not use the term loosely or inadvertently, because Griffith seems to me to embody, at its very heart in particular ways, the great characteristic values of a university education. Let me explain this a little further. Griffith began its life just on 30 years ago, which means it's a good deal younger than I am. But within a few years of its foundation, Griffith was teaching on a little forest campus in the southern suburbs of Brisbane. It was in some respects a modest enterprise. It began with just 4 schools and a few hundred students. But in other respects, it was a visionary and highly influential operation. Griffith's founders understood that they'd been given a special opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, to make a new and significant contribution to higher learning. They did not seek just to duplicate existing universities, but to create a new vision of learning in their new university. That new vision had 2 key foundational aspects. First, those founders thought that learning had to be problem-centred, that is, focused on the key issues facing the world today. Second, they were driven by the idea that learning and the approaches to learning had to be innovative. One had to think outside the square to approach old problems in new ways, to be smart. In establishing the new university, the founders embodied their radical vision. It was in those long days two focuses that they looked. The first was the field of environmental studies, the second in the field of Asian studies, both of which fields were very much in their infancy in Australia. Since one of the reasons I stand before you today is that I happen to represent the Kingdom of Thailand in this state, I want to focus on the university's commitment to Asia and the study of Asia as a sign and symbol of its commitment to a problem-oriented, innovative approach to education. Asia in 1971 was an unknown territory for most Australians, who still in those days thought of Europe and America as their touchstones, if they ever thought beyond their local circumstances. And yet by 1975, students in that little forest campus in what was then the southern outskirts of a Brisbane that was an epicentre of provincialism were receiving lectures on the Vietnam War, on the Cultural Revolution in China, on the intricacies of Javanese culture, on Japanese business practices, and they were also very busily learning the languages of Japan, Indonesia and China. In retrospect, the construction of a university which could so boldly embrace the new and problematic in innovative, exciting ways was an outstanding cultural achievement. It is in this sense that I call Griffith an exceptional university, in that it represented in new and exciting ways the enduring values which universities must continually seek to embody and to transmit to all those fortunate enough to receive a university education. What are those values? In my view, they can be distilled into four. First, there is openness. Second, there is energy. Third, there is tolerance. Finally, there is wholeness. We can look at each in turn. Openness means that one must never rest content with the received way of doing things, or more to the point, the received way of thinking about things. Rather, one must continually keep oneself open and sensitive to new ways of living and thinking which challenges and keeps us from the complacencies. It saves us from being satisfied with just the old ways of doing things. Universities like Griffith, above everything else, strive to open the opportunities and horizons of their students and their perspectives, to challenge them to grow beyond what they are and to become something different and better. The students in 1975, wrestling with the unfamiliar sounds of a new and strange language, or with the wholly novel realms of Asian life and experience, which the study of Asia presented to them, personified this fundamental aspect of openness to the new and different. Second, universities represent the value of energy. While a stroll through a leafy campus might not make one immediately think of energy, universities must always be places of restlessness and energy. They can't rest content with the well-travelled and the familiar, since their very reason for existence is to push back the boundaries in new and unexpected ways. People often today employ the vocabulary of lifelong learning. This is a contemporary manifestation of a central value of universities, which it must always strive to impart to all its students, that one must always strive, even when the university degree one received as a young adult is yellowed with age, to keep energetically striving to roll back the familiar and challenge oneself with the new. This is what those students were doing in 1975, pushing themselves to new places with resolve and determination, tackling the unfamiliar with gusto, never letting themselves be seduced to be satisfied that they had all the answers. Third, universities represent the triumph of tolerance. Tolerance means respecting views other than one's own, and even more, respecting the dignity of those that advance them. It is a value much in retreat in the world of today, either because people don't believe in anything or because they believe in just one thing and won't hear of people believing differently. But universities like Griffith are and will continue to be intolerant of intolerance. They refuse to allow a single discourse to reign unchallenged just because it has power on its side, while at the same time attempting to ensure that the plurality and diversity of ideas can jostle with each other and be judged according to their own merits, and not simply on the basis of some irrelevant prejudice. Thus it was with our 1975 students being exposed to new ideas of great variety from sources which had previously been given little weight or credibility, and learning to deal with them in the scholarly mode that is the very antithesis of prejudice. Finally, the university tries to make the people who are its students whole. It tries to do this by exposing them to the new, the unplumbed, the unexamined, and the unthought of, because it knows that wholeness is indistinguishable from complexity, breadth and challenge. One can't be whole if one excludes from consideration the things that challenge and contest our partiality. So one who has encountered the unfamiliar and become to reconcile with it, it is more whole than one who remains blissfully and complacently ignorant of all beyond the merely local and familiar. So those early students were being challenged to confront new and sometimes disturbing, shocking ideas about how people of different cultures, histories and languages were trying to shape and make sense of their lives. In confronting that challenge and forging new and more complex identities for themselves, those students were made more whole. These values, openness, energy, tolerance and wholeness, are the things that this university has championed in innovative and challenging ways. That is why, for example, the university pressed me to assist it to develop its work in Thailand, a society with which it was relatively unfamiliar. The results of its work in Thailand are now bearing fruit. They bear fruit in the radical maturing and blossoming which students experience after spending a whole year on an in-country language training in Bangkok or Chiang Mai. They bear fruit in the range of agreements and exchanges which bring the staff and students of Griffith, one of our partner universities in Thailand, together to seek cooperation and enhanced mutual understanding. They bear fruit perhaps most of all in the fact that was once unfamiliar, exotic and strange is now familiar and unexceptional. The orchardist of Griffith was the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roy Webb. His vision and strong leadership took Griffith into diverse parts of Asia. Professor Webb has always been receptive to look at activities into which the university could go and enhance its presence. For that, I salute him. A job well done, Vice-Chancellor. To embrace these kinds of challenges, or embrace the values, is a challenge, but to keep on working them over the long haul is even more difficult. Griffith has been, in my experience, and that's not an inconsiderable experience, exceptional in working at those values and restlessly striving to see them embodied in its students. As a Griffith graduate, you bear a particular peculiar mark. It is that you will never give up trying to understand and reconcile in yourself the new and the unfamiliar. And you will do it in innovative and unusual ways. It'll sometimes be hard work, but its achievement will be, you will find, your own best rewards. Graduates, today is your day. Enjoy it, have a lot of fun, then you have to go to work. But again, our congratulations, warm congratulations.
Chancellor, it's my pleasure on behalf of all of us here this afternoon to thank our new Honorary Doctor and our friend, Bill Dunn, for his inspiring address to our graduates and to all of us here this afternoon. As you will have detected, there is a good working relationship between Bill Dunn and the University and between Bill Dunn and me, which I'm extremely pleased to mention and to comment on as one of the most productive decisions I've been able to make while I've been at Griffith. It was an unusual decision because Bill Dunn is supposed to serve the entire Queensland community, and of course he does, brilliantly. But he manages to combine with that impartial service to everybody an exceptional service to Griffith. He is the honorary advisor to the Vice-Chancellor and through me to many people in the university on Thai affairs. Now, if you have the pleasure, as I hope you will all do sometime, to travel to Thailand, you will find that Griffith is quite well known. And this must be attributed very largely to Bill Dunn. Just to indicate in a particular way the extent of our connection, not only do we have connections with pretty well all the important universities, but also we have conferred an honorary doctorate on the King, on the Crown Prince, and in a week or two on the Crown Princess. Griffith is extremely well known for its educational contribution to Thailand through our institutional connections and through our student exchange work. And I would certainly like to thank Bill not only for his address here this afternoon, but for the tremendous contribution he has made to Griffith and through Griffith to Australian Thai connections. He's a very funny man, something of which has trickled through the address today, but only a small measure. Another thing you must do sometime is sample some more of his company and some more of his humour. But I won't go into that, I'd love to, but join with me again in thanking our new Honorary Doctor, Bill Dunn. It's my opportunity and pleasure to add a personal word of congratulations to all our graduates today and to wish them every success in their future careers. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the graduation ceremony. When the procession music commences, I would ask that you rise and remain standing until the dais party and graduates have all retired. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the graduation ceremony for the graduates of the Faculties of Art, Education, Engineering and Information Technology, Environmental Sciences, Health Sciences, Nursing and Health, and the Queensland College of Art. In a few minutes, the graduation ceremony will commence. The procession of dais and staff parties will enter. I will signal to you when you are to stand and remain standing until all members of the staged party are seated. May I take this opportunity to request that you turn off all mobile phones and pages, and may I also remind you that flash photography is prohibited within this auditorium. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chancellor, Ms. Lenine Ford will now address us.
Dr. Jeffrey Cornish, MD, Professor Roy Webb, Vice Chancellor, members of the Griffith University Council, distinguished guests, colleagues, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It is the custom for Griffith University and its guests to gather and celebrate the conferral of academic awards on its graduates. So on behalf of the Council of the University, I'm pleased to extend a very warm welcome to everyone present for this graduation ceremony. This occasion holds special significance for our graduates because this evening, in the presence of family, friends, and the entire university community, your dedication and hard work are finally recognized and rewarded. I'd like to extend a very special welcome to Dr. Jeffrey Cornish. He will receive the university's honorary degree, Doctor of the University, and will deliver this evening's occasional address. Today's ceremonies hold special significance for Griffith University and our Vice Chancellor, Professor Roy Webb, who retires at the end of this year. So this is Roy's last graduation ceremony as our Vice Chancellor. The modern Griffith University owes much to Professor Webb, whose foresight and leadership has guided it through a period of great change for the Australian higher education sector and for the university. When Professor Webb was appointed Vice Chancellor in 1985, Griffith was one of the smallest public universities in Australia. Today, it is one of the largest multi-campus universities in Australia, formed by an integrated network of 6 campuses stretching from South Bank on the Brisbane River to here on the Gold Coast. From these campuses, Griffith serves the higher education needs of its students and its related communities in the Brisbane Gold Coast region, as well as nationally and internationally. Griffith's fastest growing campus is here at the Gold Coast, and it is one of the most modern in Australia. Since 1990, Griffith University has invested more than $110 million in the development of teaching and research facilities at our Gold Coast campus. Nearly 8,000 students, including 1,200 fee-paying international students, are enrolled in one of the 51 undergraduate or 46 postgraduate degree programs on offer. It is host to leading research bodies, including the National Heart Foundation Research Center, the Genomics Research Center, and the newly established Center for Biomolecular Science and Drug Discovery. Griffith University is a strong supporter of the Queensland Government's Smart State and the Gold Coast City Council's Innovation City initiatives. The University and the Gold Coast Council have jointly funded a feasibility study into the proposed development of a technology park at the Gold Coast campus. We are confident that such a park, with its facilities for research and development and high technology business incubation, would provide a significant and continuing impetus for the development of knowledge-based industries in the region. Griffith is concerned, though, that residents of this region do not enjoy the same level of access to higher education as other parts of Australia. The university has pursued the opportunities presented by new Commonwealth programs for higher education and has received the second highest allocation nationally of additional student places. However, the 85 places earmarked for the Gold Coast fall well short of the 3,000 needed to bring the number of publicly funded student places allocated to the region up to the national average. Griffith is therefore, with the strong support of prominent local business and community leaders, continuing to lobby the Commonwealth Government to redress this shortfall. Education not only brings important social benefits, but also a particular responsibility: to work for a better world, to be sensitive and active on issues of social justice, and to be competent, ethical, and hard-working professionals. However, as recent acts of terrorism have served to highlight, there are divisions and inequalities in our world which feed the politics of hate and affect us all. I'm sure that our students graduating today from the Faculties of Arts, Education, Engineering and Information Technology, Environmental Sciences, Health Sciences, and Nursing and Health will make valuable contributions professionally and as responsible citizens to the achievement of a peaceful, prosperous, and just world. To our graduating students, may I say that now your studies are completed, you are joining an elite group, because only a small percentage of the Australian population possesses tertiary qualifications. As members of this group, you can expect to enjoy better employment prospects and higher salary levels than people who have less education. But if I was asked what I would wish for the graduates, I would preface my comments by commending you on the achievements which already signify your personal determination, energy, and ability to make differences in your lives. However, it takes more than determination to succeed. The building blocks provided by this university and the support of your family and friends should never be underestimated. What I wish for you individually throughout your life is good health, good friends, the support and comfort of a special person who loves you, and the courage to live up to your ideals and to stand up for your beliefs. In addressing the young graduates in particular, in the years ahead you will change, and time, your career, and the people in your lives will affect this change, but how you react will depend all on your attitude. You will grow and learn and hear of things not always found in books or online. You will discover diverse aspects of the human condition, and I hope that added to the wonderful knowledge that you already possess, they will nurture tolerance and understanding. My final hope for all graduates is that your years of preparation to reach this point will be the impetus for much more work and study that will reward you with many years of happiness and fulfillment. I hope you will always give back to the world in keeping with your education and opportunities. So as we continue with this evening's proceedings, I would again express warm congratulations to each of you and extend to you our best wishes for your lives ahead, and if you wanted, a brilliant career. I'd now call on the deans who will present the graduates from their respective faculties who are to receive their awards at this ceremony.
Chancellor, Professor David Moss, Dean of the Faculty of Arts.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Arts who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Arts, Damien Clark. Christine Collier. Mary Hannah. Bryony Marshall Radcliffe. Troy McConaughey. Will Miller. Tanya Maroney. Renee Peterson. Ryun Pang. Fleur Radford. Eve Watkins. Bachelor of Arts in Creative Arts, Christy Seema. Bachelor of Arts in Japanese, Jan Chandrasaka. Glenn O'Neill. Christine Purdy. Bachelor of Communication, Kim Beverley. Karen Davis. David Gillespie. Gunisha Khanna. Ursula Klumper. Erica McLean. Stuart McPhee. Julie Odell. Kelly O'Rourke. Yvonne Tham. Shona Upson. Lynette Wan. Kyle Wright. Master of Arts, Sanit S.E. Costantia Mavramati. Eka Pranarka. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the graduates of the Faculty of Arts.
Chancellor, Professor Neil Dempster, Dean of the Faculty of Education.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Education who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Education, Deborah Archer. Angela Crichton. Karen Cyprian. Corinna Eberman. Katrina Gallagher. Jodie Hunt Romero. Natasha Kinnimont. Lydia Lessing. Julie Malone. Cara Louise Mercer. Kelly Miles. Sean Moylan. Rebecca Muno. Patricia O'Mullane. Amber Odom. Sharon Quinlivan. Nerida Reinecker. Anna Schneider. Natalie Schumacher. Kim Stasiak. Susan Theobald. Sasha Thompson. Sally Thompson. Helena Turek. David Cashman. Jin Cho. Clara Mullen. Carmel Ord. Master of Teaching, Alexander Nico Finstra. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Faculty of Education.
Chancellor, Professor Barry Harrison, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering, Robert Burke. Frank Assini. Bachelor of Engineering in Civil Engineering, with First Class Honours and Bachelor of Business Management, David Holstein. Bachelor of Information Technology, Paul Covino. Robert Dobbs. Hoang Pam. Nathan Ramsey. Justin Simpson. Mark Smith. And Fang Srirong Sharon. Bachelor of Information Technology and Bachelor of Exercise Science, Cameron Duffy. Bachelor of Multimedia, Joshua Arnstein. Master of Information Technology, Rama Krishna Budapali. Amit Chandoki. Murray Chang. Taititratan Chu Chu Taurus. Tim Chung. Vam Itrakalapati. Mira Kim. Mim Shu Liang. Savesi Mandu. Joe Akita. Sanel Pacatini. Jonathani Robertson. Sri Sanko. Susan. Kira Saranin. Garish Van Tel. Chancellor, that concludes the presentations of the graduates of the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology. Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Environmental Sciences who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Environmental Science, Nokoyo Okawara. Bachelor of Science, Lisa Redden. Trevor Toner. Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, Windy Hill. Bachelor of Science in Ecotourism, Jenny Armstrong. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Faculty of Environmental Sciences.
Chancellor, Professor Roger Willis, Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Health Sciences who have been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Biomedical Science, Kalina Garland. Belinda Riat. Shirley Wee. Bachelor of Biomedical Science with First Class Honours, Linda Ferreira. Bachelor of Exercise Science, Dane Beck. Brad Hughes. Kathy Reid. Bachelor of Exercise Science and Bachelor of Education, Robin McCabe. Joanna Miller. Christopher Wood. Bachelor of Health Science, James Ducky. Ben Maslin. Gavin Mathiasen. Camilla Mendoza. Bachelor of Health Science with First Class Honours, Robert Brennan. Bachelor of Science in Environmental Health, David Kershaw. Master of Physiotherapy, Ben Arens. Nikki Arens. Gregory Bagley. Lisa Conlon. Vanessa Copes. Sarah Henderson. Sean Horan. Joe Kaiser. Dominic Morn. Joshua Meyer. Michelle Patton. Hardy Sattler. Bjorn Shakespeare. Paul Taylor. Mimi Venka. Lilana Zubella. Rinku Panchal. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Faculty of Health Sciences.
Chancellor, Professor Anne McMurray, Dean of the Faculty of Nursing and Health.
Chancellor, I present graduates from the Faculty of Nursing and Health who've been granted the following awards. Bachelor of Nursing, Karen Flagger. Tammy Sweeney. Graduate Certificate in Critical Care Nursing, Ellen Thompson. Anita Wills. Master of Community Health Practice with First Class Honours, Ramon Chaban. Master of Critical Care Nursing, Heather James. Joanne Slattery. Master of Critical Care Nursing with Honours, Desley Horn. Master of Nursing, Christine Bennett. Linnell Foster. Sheila Grant. Denise Harris. Juana Losa. Noel Shepherd. Chancellor, that concludes the graduates from the Faculty of Nursing and Health.
Chancellor, Ms Donna Marcus, Fine Arts Area Convener, Gold Coast.
Chancellor, I present a graduate from the Queensland College of Art who has been granted the following award: Bachelor of Visual Arts in Fine Art, Megan Holloway. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of a graduate from the Queensland College of Art.
Thank you, Chancellor. Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a brief musical interlude performed by students from the Queensland Conservatorium.
Hello, my name is Mark Ham, and my invisible friend who's sitting over here at a piano is David Spicer. Now's the time to relax and be proud of these wonderful people we have in front of us here. After such a long time to achieve what they've done is so marvellous. So sit back, relax, a couple of jazz standards for you. The first one is the beautiful Nature Boy.
Was a boy, a certain strange enchanted boy. They said he traveled very far, over land and sea. Shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one day, one magic day, he came my way, and as we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest joy you ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. was a boy, a certain strange enchanted boy. He said he'd travel very far over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one day, on magic day, he came my way. And as he spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest joy you'll ever learn is the dust to love and be loved in return. Was a boy, a certain strange enchanted boy. They said he traveled very far over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one day, on magic day, he came my way. And as we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest joy you ever learn is just to love and be loved in return.
Thank you. We won't hold you up. I've always wanted to do this at a graduation ceremony. It's a cold chisel song, but David and I have turned it around a bit. And it's not quite Jimmy Barnes' normal style, but it's a beautiful song nonetheless, and I'm sure a few of you will know the words.
Taking a seat at the bar, she don't talk to anyone. Plane leaving soon for a far where she don't know anyone. She thinks of a precious time and the world that she leaves behind. She can change her mind and tell me this could always be forever. Tell me this could always be forever. Tell me this could always be forever now. I take a whole life's loneliness, wrap it up in some tenderness, send it off to some emptiness with all my love. It's only you and me. There ain't nothing we need to see. Dave Spicer. Making her way down the stairs, she can't help but looking back. Thinks of the things that they shared, there'll be no more turning back. She thinks of the day they met, the words that he said, love, she just can't forget. Tell me this could always be forever. Tell me this could always be forever. Tell me this could always be forever now. Take a whole life's loneliness, wrap it up in some tenderness, send it off to some emptiness. Oh, with all my love, it's only you and me. There's nothing we need to see. Only one thing can set you free is all my love. Only one thing can set you free is all my love. Only one thing can set you free is all my love. Thank you. Mark Ham, Dave Spicer. Congratulations, one and all. Thank you.
Chancellor, the University Medal may be awarded to a graduate who has completed the requirements for both a bachelor's degree of the university and a degree with first-class honours in recognition of academic excellence. Chancellor, I am pleased to present a graduate of the Faculty of Health Sciences who has been awarded the 2001 University Medal, Linda Ann Ferreira. Chancellor, Professor Dennis Lincoln, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, will now present candidates for the award of Doctor of Philosophy.
Chancellor, today the University is proud to honour graduates who have satisfied the rigorous criteria for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Chancellor, the following graduates have been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology. Dr. Blumenstein has developed a novel neural network-based segmental algorithm in conjunction with feature extraction and classification techniques for cursive handwriting recognition. Chancellor, I present Dr. Maya Blumenstein. Dr. Coole's research involved navigating large document collections using a symbolic machine learning technique called formal concept analysis. Chancellor, I present Dr. Richard Coole. Chancellor, the following graduate has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Health Sciences. Dr. Nyholt's thesis identified genes contributing to migraine headache, providing the basis for further research that may lead to simple diagnostic tests and novel drug treatments. Chancellor, I present Dr. Dale Nyholt. Chancellor, the following graduates have been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Nursing and Health. Exploring day-to-day health-related activities in a group of average Australian families with new babies, Dr. Mason developed a theory of balancing to explain how parents use a range of resources and strategies to maintain both individual and family health and well-being. Chancellor, I present Dr. Karen Mason. Dr. Vose investigated the needs of women from non-English speaking backgrounds who gave birth in southeast Queensland. Chancellor, I present Dr. Christine Vose. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of Doctor of Philosophy graduates.
With the authority of the Council, I shall now confer the degree of Doctor of the University. I call upon Vice-Chancellor Professor Roy Webb to read the citation.
Chancellor, the Council of the University has resolved to award the degree of Doctor of the University to Dr. Geoffrey Cornish. Geoffrey Cornish was born in 1921 in Perth. That's fine. We've got to go on for a while yet. Geoffrey Cornish, I repeat, was born in 1921 in Perth. I mean, that itself is a cause for congratulations. Although he left high school at 14 years of age, his ambition was to become a medical doctor. He completed his leaving certificate, called matriculation, at night school, while employed as a cadet in the chemistry department at the University of Western Australia, and then successfully applied for a short service commission to train as a pilot with the Royal Air Force in England. He intended to use the offered £500 gratuity as a stepping stone towards a medical degree. He was en route to England when World War II was declared. In 1940, he was posted as a bomber pilot and completed several missions before he was shot down and captured in the Easter of 1941. It was while he was interned at Stalag Luft 3 and deeply involved in the preparations for what has become known as the Great Escape that Geoffrey Cornish began his medical training under the tutelage of a fellow prisoner of war, Dr. Norman Montuy. Before the escape attempt, he was transferred to another camp with Dr. Montuy and acted as his assistant and interpreter. After the war, Geoffrey Cornish returned to Australia. In 1951, he completed a degree in medicine at the University of Melbourne, where his surgical tutor was Dr. Edward Weary Dunlop, Sir Edward Weary Dunlop. Dr. Cornish's first appointment was in central Tasmania, providing medical care to immigrants that contracted to work on the emerging hydroelectric scheme. Due to its geographical isolation and a high rate of industrial and heavy truck accidents, Dr. Cornish, with the support of the whole township, started his own blood bank. This was the first Red Cross blood bank to be established outside a capital city. In 1953, he took up a position at Druin in rural Victoria. The blood bank he set up at the Warrigal Hospital became the model for all regional blood banks throughout Australia. In 1956, Dr. Cornish joined a group medical practice in Frankston, Victoria, and specialised in anaesthetics and resuscitation. Working on a voluntary basis, he founded and became the regional director of the Red Cross Transfusion Service. He also volunteered to organise rehabilitation programs when the National Heart Foundation opened its first regional branch in Frankston. Geoffrey Cornish moved to the Gold Coast in 1980, and he has since devoted his time to heart and lung disease rehabilitation and prevention. He was a founding member of the National Heart Foundation regional branch on the Gold Coast. The Cornish Walking Program was originally devised by Dr. Cornish for his wife, following her second heart operation in 1972. It is a community-based program which encourages people to exercise as part of their heart rehabilitation program and can be duplicated anywhere in the world. The program received international recognition at the 4th World Congress on Cardiac Rehabilitation at Broadbeach in 1998. Dr. Cornish continues to devote his time, energy and resources to the community. At 80 years of age, he works over 12 hours a day conducting the Cornish walking program called Heart Over Heels. He is currently Vice Chairman of the Gold Coast branch of the Council of the Ageing, as well as a former member of committees associated with recreation for the handicapped and the Blue Nursing Service. In addition to his commitment to the community, he has an active medical practice at Penoa, focusing primarily on older Australians. Dr. Cornish has been a member of Rotary since 1953 and in 1985 was awarded a Paul Harris Fellowship. In 1993 he was named Gold Coast Citizen of the Year for his contributions to the Gold Coast community. In the same year he was awarded a Medal of the Order of Australia for his contribution to medicine, particularly in the field of heart rehabilitation. In recognition of his outstanding service to the Gold Coast region, the Gold Coast City Council named a 2-kilometre walk along Broadbeach in his honour. It is fitting that Griffith University should honour Dr. Geoffrey Cornish in recognition of his distinguished contributions to medicine and to the community. Chancellor, it is with the greatest pleasure that I present to you Dr. Geoffrey James Cornish for admission to the degree of Doctor of the University.
I'd now like to call upon Dr. Geoffrey Cornish, Doctor of the University, to deliver the occasional address.
Chancellor Lillian Ford, Vice-Chancellor Roy Webb, members of Griffith University Council, fellow graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is humbling, thrilling, and a great privilege to be part of this evening's ceremony. And I sincerely thank the members of the Council for the honour that has been conferred upon me. I congratulate all of you who have graduated tonight. The ambience of excitement, optimism and happiness is almost palpable here. The air vibrates with impatience to get on with the exciting part of your lives now that one of the biggest hurdles of all has been successfully conquered. In keeping with the furious pace of most aspects of today's happenings, it will be tempting to begin in top gear and proceed to go straight into overdrive. Please, please pause to catch your breath, get your bearings, and quietly review your life and the philosophy that is now yours. Then chart what you believe to be the best course for your future. The word philosophy conjures up a vision of cloistered pathways, sandals, quill pens, flowing robes, and thoughts and studies on a range of subjects. Here my wife reminded me that the last thing you want tonight is a sombre lecture. All that remains today are the thoughts and the flowing robes. You will learn from every experience that you ever have. Graduation is your passport to a lifetime of learning. I've been reminded of how the world is constantly changing by my recent reading. Galaxies, which are still evolving, have been identified beyond what were thought of as the outer limits of our universe. That concept of size cannot be grasped fully by a human. That is humbling. In the northwest of Western Australia, archaeologists have found fish perfectly preserved in all three dimensions, in rocks which are hundreds of millions of years old. That concept of time is likewise difficult to grasp, and likewise humbling. Much further down the size scale, Machines have been made which are working while attached to living human red cells. This generates pride in what the human mind can accomplish. Still further down the size scale, many different subatomic particles have been identified and described. Humility and pride once again. Within these 4 examples lie a wealth of new careers for you, which were just not there a few years ago. Continuing to learn in your career pathway should always provide that tingling feeling in the pit of your stomach. You must reiterate, yes, this is it, and then keep going. If not, your pursuit of wisdom should take a new direction. Subtle changes in direction are usually of your own choosing and carefully planned. The most drastic are forced upon you by persons or events over which you have no control. In my own case, the declaration of war on Germany sent everything spinning and plans were in limbo. My neat philosophy was in tatters and rapid adjustments had to be made. As you heard, after training, I flew for 6 months in a bomber squadron, where your expectation of life was 6 weeks. That was at the age of 19. We were a pretty wild bunch because we virtually had no future. Over the next few years in the Great Escape Camp, I had the opportunity to learn the basic essentials of medicine from one of our own prisoner of war doctors. This put my life back on track. After the war, I married and returned to Australia. The 6-year medical course was placid by comparison. Now, having been in medical practice for 50 years, I still have that tingling in the pit of my stomach as I'm a member of a Griffith University research team under Professor Greg Gass, turning a dream into reality. Quite early in my school years, I was taught that the atom is the smallest individual part of matter that can neither be created nor destroyed. I can only laugh at the definition now. Keep your sense of humour, particularly your ability to laugh at yourself. Balance your lifestyle and you'll keep that tingling feeling. In the words of Fred Hollows, try and leave the world a better place. For the ladies here, I quote Betty Cuthbert, that lovely lady confined to a wheelchair with multiple sclerosis. Her favourite saying is, life is God's gift to you. What you do with it is your gift back to God. Thank you. If I may add, I'd like to add a PS on the suggestion of Professor Roy Webb that I relate an anecdote from the prisoner of war days in the Great Escape. It was not long after we moved to there. It was about 150 kilometres southeast of Berlin. We were in 15 huts inside a tangle of barbed wire with machine guns, guards and guard dogs. It was run as an RAF station with all the discipline of the Air Force. Underneath the escape committee, headed by Roger Bushell, who met in our room, incidentally, there were subcommittees. One of them was the German bribery department, of which I was a member. There were about 5 of us who had learned perfect German, and it was our job to get things out of the Germans that we wanted for escape purposes, by hook or by crook, bribery, blackmail, lies, corruption, anything. They were the only weapons we had, and we used them well. Through those means, we'd got parts from a German radio, and we'd assembled it to listen to the BBC News. The Germans had pinned it down that the radio was in our hut, so they decided to search us. The head who kept us in camp was Jimmy Higgins, we nicknamed him. He was the head of the guards who were there to make sure we didn't get out. He was firmly in our pay, as were some of the other guards. One night he came into us and said very urgently, the Gestapo are going to carry out a secret raid on this hut at 3 o'clock this night in the morning. They must not find anything, or for me. We said, relax, Jimmy. Everything will be all right. We had quite a bit of contraband, of course, in the hut, including the radio. Sure enough, at 3 o'clock in the morning, in came 50 guards and surrounded the hut, and in came 2 little weeds, the Gestapo agents. The commandant had told them to watch everything, that you couldn't trust us and we'd pinch anything. They brushed him aside, said, "We are the Gestapo." Commandant shrugged his shoulders. He had warned them. He had warned them in front of his own officers, so he had witnesses. They set up, the huts were long, narrow gables with a central corridor right down the centre and rooms on either side. They locked the far end, and at this end they put a small table, and one stood on each side of the table and searched us as we came through. They gathered quite a lot of evidence which we meant them to find and let them find, and they heaped it very proudly on the table. But it was a hotter and stickier night. This is mild in comparison. And they decided to take their coats off, and they hung them beside us over there and resumed the searching. The next guy through was a Queenslander called Bush Parker. He was a real bushy, but he was a professional magician and sleight of hand expert. As he went past, he dropped a compass, a small one, on the floor. He scooped and picked it up, and the Gestapo man said, "Give it to me, open your hand." Bush pretended he didn't understand German. He was one of our best speakers of German. And when the guard eventually got it open, there was nothing there. Bush scratched his head, and of course the compass reappeared. Finally, he was on the floor pretending to be ticklish, and the Gestapo man was trying to search him. So he called his mate over to help him find this compass. Over came his mate, and finally Bush gave them the compass, and he sauntered out. The Gestapo men straightened their dress and looked around. There was not a soul left in the hut. The table was bereft and quite empty. And as they turned around to report this to the commandant, they put on their coats and went out. When they got to the gate and were asked for their passes, they weren't there. They demanded that the chap on duty tell the commandant straight away. He said, "What, this hour in the morning? Oh, no, no. You guys have been disguised before. You will wait until the commandant's had his breakfast, and then I'll ring him." They suddenly realised what a predicament they were in. And they walked very disconsolately right around the camp, which was almost a kilometre round, hands in pockets, and they knew that their life was in great jeopardy. After daylight, the commandant came over with a smile he couldn't keep from us and asked what the trouble was. They told him that they'd lost their passes to get out of the camp. They'd also lost their Gestapo identity badges, also they found. "Don't worry," said the commandant, "we know where they keep these things." He strolled round the corner into the next hut, and of course we gave them straight back to him. So he brought them round and he said to the Gestapo, he said, "There, I knew where to find them. We have this camp under complete control, and we won't be seeing you again, will we?" Nor did we, for the rest of the war. Thank you.
Chancellor, it's my pleasure on behalf of everyone here this evening, and particularly our graduates, to thank our very distinguished speaker, Dr. Geoffrey Cornish, for his inspirational address. He mentioned at the outset that our graduates should pause or catch their breath, was his expression, and get their bearings. Well, I think he's given them an excellent pause and caused them to catch their breath. And he himself, of course, standing before us, demonstrates a lifetime of learning, embodying many aspects of a lifetime of learning in his own career. He mentioned that before the evening started, he mentioned to me that his teacher as a pilot, I think, was Guy Gibson, is that right? So he also knows the value of having a great teacher. Mentioning to me that that caused his life expectancy as a pilot to be increased from 6 weeks to 6 months. So I hope our students also appreciate the value of the excellent teaching they've had here at Griffith. I think their career expectation is a bit longer than 6 months. Well, more seriously, when he mentioned that on his way to the UK, war was declared, I couldn't help but think, I mean, our graduates have been preparing for tonight. Another kind of war has been declared in a way around the world, and there must be some thoughts connecting those two events in our minds tonight. But we have before us a lifetime which demonstrates great hope, and Dr. Cornish himself has begun his talk by pointing out the tremendous atmosphere of good cheer and hope which prevails at this ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, would you join again in thanking our great speaker, Dr. Geoffrey Cornish. Now, Chancellor's kindly mentioned that this happens to be my last ceremony after 17 years at Griffith, and as she said that, I thought, well, what will I say? Probably nothing you would prefer, but I thought of a number. I have attended 200 odd, leave out the odd, about 200 Griffith graduation ceremonies. You might think that's an appalling prospect or retrospect. And people have sometimes said to me, and my wife, who's in the audience tonight and who has also attended these ceremonies, why do you attend all the ceremonies? You don't have to, you know, it's a bit beyond the call of duty. But I'd like to say that attending graduation ceremonies for us has been a great privilege, a great opportunity to see the results of all of the work of our staff as we pursue our objectives in Griffith. So I wish you all well, and I wish the university well. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony is now concluded. When the music begins, please rise and remain standing as the dais and staff processions, along with the graduates, retire.